We do have some big news to go over. SCHD ETF did go through the 2023 reconstitution. There are tons of new holdings, tons of stocks that are no longer a part of the ETF. And we're going to look into the biggest question of all. Will SCHD's forward dividend yield be going up from here? So let's back up a little bit just to get everyone else caught up to speed. SCHD is an ETF, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know. It's an ETF that tracks the performance of the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index, and the SCHD ETF holds a portfolio of stocks that have a history of consistently paying dividends and focuses on companies and stocks with stable and predictable cash flow. Also, historically, SCHD has had a nice balance of different stocks within the fund that offer a high starting dividend yield, and on the other side, companies that don't have as high of a starting dividend yield, but companies that do raise their overall dividends very fast and very consistently. So when it comes to the reconstitution, this is a process by which the holdings of an index or ETF are adjusted to ensure that they continue to accurately represent the index's target market. Specifically in SCHD's case, it's a process that happens once a year, adds and removes new stocks into the ETF. During the reconstitution process, SCHD's underlying index, or the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index, is reviewed and its components are adjusted to ensure that they continue to meet the index's selection criteria. New stocks may be added to the index if they meet the criteria, and existing stocks are going to be removed if they no longer meet this criteria. The importance of this reconstitution process for SCHD for shareholders lies in its potential impact on the fund's performance. Think about it. The fund is completely being reconstructed because they are adding in new names. You and I, as an SCHD shareholder, now own an actual different asset because certain names were sold and certain names were purchased. And during this reconstitution phase, the fund can definitely be affected as far as returns for the future and, of course, dividend yield. Basically, in simple terms, if a stock is added to the index, SCHD may need to purchase shares of the stock. While on the other side, if a stock is removed, SCHD would need to sell the shares of the stock. These transactions can impact the fund's share price. And of course, the potential tax implications are also something to think about. So next, what we're going to do is go through this list right here, and shout out to Not For Fun Runner on the Dividend Reddit for posting this entire list. So as we see here on the left hand side, these are all the different companies that were removed from SCHD during the most recent reconstitution. And you can also see the dividend yield over here on the right, so it gives you an idea of what sort of dividend yields a lot of these names were offering at the time. So going to the names, we have IBM, we have Cummins Inc., Prudential Financial, Genuine Parts Company, Heartland Financial, Omnicom Group, Cincinnati Financial Corporation, Principal Financial Group, First Horizon Corp., Franklin Resources, Webster Financial, Hasbro Inc., Jeffries Financial, Flowers Food Inc., Insperity Inc., Evercore Inc., Federal Hermes Inc., McGrath Rent, Stockyards, Employer Holdings, H&I Corp., Mercury General Corp., and Pets. So those were all the different stocks that have officially been removed from SCHD. And if we were to wait out all the different dividend yields that these stocks offer, just to get an idea of what we're losing, it equals around 4% more or less on average. So now we can see all of the different names that have been added. So we have ticker symbol ABBV, that's the biggest holding now of SCHD, and we are going to go through their top holdings now, the new top holdings in a second. We have UPS, CVX, Blackstone, Ford. We have Coterra Energy, DRI, PKG. We now have Robert Half. We have Williams-Sonoma, Advanced Auto Parts. We have HUN, WEN, CRI, CBRL, MDC, APAM, OFG, KFRC, STC, CWENA, HAFC, GES, and EBF, CPF. Those are all the new stocks that have been added now to SCHD moving forward here. What's also interesting is if you weight out all the dividend yields, it's actually higher than what we had previously in SCHD, with a 4.18 weighted average for the dividend yields versus a 4% on the other side. So generally speaking, there's a chance that SCHD's dividend could move up from here. And finally, we do have SCHD's new top holdings, which is super exciting. There's lots of different names on this actually, and some of the names have actually just been moved around. But we have Abiv as number 1 now with 4.26% of assets. And with a market value of around $1.9 billion, we have Cisco as number 2, Pepsi number 3, Broadcom, Pfizer, Texas Instrument, Coca-Cola, Verizon, UPS, Home Depot, Amgen, Merck, and Chevron. Comment down below what you think of SCHD's new holdings and if you're impressed or if you're disappointed in some of the new stocks that make up the ETF. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on the video and subscribe for more. Thanks as always, and I'll see you in the next one.